So today we are talking about emotional abuse, especially in an intimate partner relationship. Unfortunately, this is a form of abuse that many people don't talk about, because people think about abuse as only the physical abuse, because one, they could see the bruises, they can see swearings, they can see blood, but in an emotional abuse you can't see it. But what happens is your brain is affected. And when your brain is affected, your health, your body, your thinking, everything about you is affected. And that's why we need to really talk more about emotional and psychological abuse. So I want to give you a few tips of when you can know that you are in an emotional abusive relationship, or your partner is an emotional abuser. So one of the things that you can tell your partner is an emotional abuser is when now and then they're giving you negative criticism, which we call belittling. Everything you do, they are belittling you. They talk about how you cook in a negative way. They talk about how you dress, how you don't know how to talk, how you don't know how to express yourself. They belittle you. And what happens with time, you hate yourself, you devalue yourself, you start feeling hopeless. And that is their aim. Because what they want to do, they want to control you. And they can only control you by belittling you. The other one is that they isolate you from your friends and from and your family, people you are close to. They make sure that they isolate you, and they do this by either talking bad to your friends or relative, or always reminding you you're not spending time with them, you are not always with their friends, your friends are negative influence to you, or your friends have made you change, your family are making our relationship become bad. They are always against your friends and your relative. Why are they doing this? They're doing this to make sure that they are isolating you from people who can empower you, or from people you can share. Remember, their goal is to control you and to make sure that you cannot question them anything. So the other thing that you can know that you are in an emotional abusive relationship is that the emotional abuser will always give you a silent treatment. We call it a silent wall. They will keep quiet to you, they'll give you demand, and they will only talk to you when the demand has been fulfilled. And this silent treatment can take weeks, can take days, can take hours, but they want to torture your mind. They want you to bow down to their demand. Remember, the end goal is to control you. And the other thing that your emotional abuser will always do is to make sure they give you some funny jokes. They can joke with your physique, with your weight, with your height, and they do that in front of your friends, or in front of your family, or in front of anyone. Why do they do that? They want to make sure that you feel bad. And when you complain that you don't like that joke, you know what they complain back? Oh, you are too sensitive. And this continues with time. You don't know how to take jokes. And they are doing that knowing very well how they want to control you. The other thing an emotional abuser will do to you is they will have laugh shift. Today they are loving you, tomorrow they are very angry, they're not talking to you, they are very bitter with you. And by the time you make any decision, then they go back to laugh. So there is a lot of affection shifting, and they do that intentionally so that you're not able to make any decision to move out of that toxic relationship. The other thing, they're excessive jealous. They're always looking at who you're talking to. They're complaining you're talking too much on your phone. Can I see? Who are you talking to? What were you telling each other? Even sometimes they'll show up in your office just to check on who you're talking to, because they're excessively jealous. Those and many other things are just some of the tips that you can know that you are in an emotional abusive relationship. And I forgot to say, they will even keep calling you, texting you, asking you where you are, and making sure that they accompany you. You have no freedom. In summary, you have no freedom of your own. And they make sure that you have no mind of your own. And anything you suggest or try to even bring, if you are in a you are in a family, you try to suggest something, they'll make sure they water it down. Because one, they want to make sure that you're worthless, you're hopeless, you cannot make decision, and they want to control you so that they can do other things. Remember, they're also sick and they need help, but they cannot admit. They want to control you. They want to make sure that you have no mind of your own and you feel hopeless and you depend on them. So when you find, whether you are a man or a woman, when you find yourself in such a toxic relationship, please speak out, look for help, because what will happen if you don't talk about it, if you don't look for help, it will affect you, it will affect the significant others, it will even affect your health, your decision making, it will affect, and you'll go down day by day. So people, let's look for help, let's talk, let's not allow ourselves to feel worthless because of some other people's mistake.